Hey, Frank Paris here with the Frank Paris levitation device, which will levitate a box of playing cards on the unit. And that's the Frank Paris levitation device. Look at that. Oh, but it doesn't stay there. How do you get the? Tell me, Frank. How do you get it to levitate? Oh, and you want to do that? You want to know that too, huh? Okay. Well, you get a charger. Not a charger. It's actually a transformer, and you plug it into the unit. Back here, there's a little wire that comes out of here, and you plug it into the unit. Okay, and you plug this into a wall or into a power strip or whatever you might have, and then you are able to activate the electromagnets in the unit, and you are able to float a box of cards on top of the unit. Okay, it's good. So I can use a battery pack also. That's right. You can use a battery pack also. And the reason you can use a battery pack also is if you don't want to use the transformer, we give you an adapter. That adapter goes onto the plug that's connected to the electromagnets here, and then you can plug it into a power pack. Now, these power packs you can buy at Amazon. They're reasonably priced. I think this is under $30. And this will run this thing for days, 4 or 5 days, 3 days. And then you can get a bigger one, which may go for a whole week. Okay? The reason you may want to get this, because you're going to have the adapter, is because I spoke to a friend of mine in Quebec, a customer of mine, and he has taken one that I sold him and embedded it into a table. And he has a planchet, a planchet that he uses in his bizarre act, okay? And he floats that on a table which he made. He has embedded this using a hole saw into his table in the center. He has put a piece of sponge on top of that, the kind you buy when you're making a pillow or something like that, only it's about that thick. And he has cut it down to size, and he's got a hole there, and he made a hole in the sponge also, and then he stretched a bunch of felt over it and staple gunned the bottom, so he's got a nice tabletop. He put a flange there too. He's got a flange in there, and he screws that onto a table, and he can now levitate whatever he wants using the supplied magnet, which is this guy right here. Okay, for the purposes of this demo, we're going to just use this magnet and this box. Okay, and we're going to put the unit, we're going to set the unit up so it'll float the deck of cards. Now, we're going to use a power pack. I'm not going to go plug this in. You will get this. You will get the battery. You will get the adapter. And you have to buy your own battery pack because it added weight, and I could have charged more, and I didn't want to add the weight. You pay the $25 or $30 for this size, and I think it's $35 to $40 for this size. And it depends now what you're going to be using it for application-wise. So we're going to plug that in, and you can see when I plug that in that the LED lights go on. Okay, and I had this high so that you can see how high the deck of cards goes. Now, what do you do with it? Well, like I said, you can embed it in a tabletop, and you can levitate something. I think a few years ago there was a Sharpie that you could levitate and then run a ring through it and that kind of thing. That was attached, but I'm not going to go into it because there may be non-magicians looking at it. It was attached to something, okay? This one is not attached to anything. When this works, there is nothing that's going to impede you from running a ring underneath the deck of cards, okay? This particular unit, okay, is again, with the adapter, will run on the battery pack, or like I said, you can plug it into the wall or the power strip, and you get this extra little adapter. That's a 5 millimeter male to a 5 millimeter male on both sides, and you can buy those on Amazon also, in case you accidentally lose it. Okay, so now what do? Okay, we take this ring, which is going to be accompanying your levitation device, and we place it on top like so. And then we take the magnet, here it is right here, and we're just going to drop it in there and just stop it because it starts to bounce once it's in there, just like that. Okay, it may start spinning a little bit. Now we're just going to gently lift up. Oops. Let's do that again. We're going to put that right in there. We're going to drop in the magnet, stop it from jumping up and down, and we're gently going to lift up the plastic, and you can see that the magnet is floating. Okay. So now we'll take the card box, open it up, and I put the flaps inside. This is an old card box. You're going to get, I'm going to give you a new card box, fairly new card box, plus extra card boxes. You're going to get 1, 2. Okay? But once you got this thing going and spinning, you may be satisfied with the box, and you won't have to worry about replacing the box for a long time. So now we're just going to take the box and gently just slide it into the magnet, slide the magnet into the box, and then close the box and just lay it on top like so. Okay, and you can see how that's floating. Now again, this is an old box, so when you get these guys, they're nice and stiff, they're brand new. You use contacts. I use contact cement to put them together. You know, I'll run some contact cement here, and I'll run some contact cement here, and I'll fold it up, wait till they both dry, and then I'll fold it up and press in on them to make the card box. This one is partially done already, the red one, so you can, again, you still have to fold the top and the bottom. Okay, so you're going to get the ring, you're going to get the adapter so you can use it with a battery pack. If you PM me, I will send you a link on how to find this particular power pack on Amazon, or this particular power pack on Amazon. This is the bigger one, okay? If you're going to just have this around the house and you're going to have it on the coffee table and you want to put it on because there's some kind of an event that you're having and you don't want to run an extension cord under your coffee table or something like that, you can use the little one, okay? If you're going to be at a trade show for 3 or 4 days and there's no electricity, and or you're going to be at a magic convention as a dealer, and you want to just have this on display, you can have that. If you're doing a lecture, magic lecture, and you want to have that on display on your table, you know, you may want to put it on a platform, and you may want to use the bigger power pack, okay? Or, like I said, you can embed it in a table, you know, that kind of thing, and make things like a planchette or a block of wood or something you've embedded the magnet with in it. So you can do it that way too. And that's basically it. This will spin back and forth, and then eventually will spin completely around. And I think it's not doing it yet, but it will. Now, you don't need to glue anything, okay? You don't need to glue the magnet to the inside of the box. You always have to use this to center it, to make sure that the magnet doesn't fall down as you're putting it together, and that kind of thing. So that's it. This is the Frank Paris levitating card box, and it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. You're getting a levitation of almost 2 inches, possibly 2 inches. Okay, and that's pretty cool. One other thing, a couple of years ago, somebody came out with a book which had the card box levitating on a book. So he embedded the unit, the electromagnetic unit inside of a book, and I think he sold a limited amount. I don't know how many was sold, but then you couldn't get them anymore. They're impossible to get. So just I have 6 that I'm working on. 3 are sold. One is 2 are shipping out tomorrow, and then I've got 4 left. I'm going to keep 1, which is really going to give me 2 left. 2 left, and maybe I'll make some more in another couple of weeks or a month or something like that. But these are really cool. I mean, it's a cool little display. It's nice. You see now it's starting to spin completely around. So, and that's basically it. Now, when you want to take this off and give it a rest or something, you just reach up and grab the box. Okay, and again, if you have to start it again, you're going to put this on top of here. Going to put this in the middle and stop it from bouncing up and down. Okay, and then you're going to lift up completely. And you can leave it just like that. I mean, that's pretty cool by itself. You know? I think that's pretty cool. I think this goes underneath here. Anyway, Frank Paris over and out. Hope you like my new product. And like I said, $250 delivered to your door in the ad, and get one soon because I don't know how many more I'm going to make.